Trip to Ensenada by me. Okay, so first, why did I go to Ensenada? I went to Ensenada in Baja California, which is in Mexico, because I joined Homes for Hope in an organization called YWAM. So what they do is they go around the world building homes for families in need. Homes for Hope. What Homes for Hope is, they go around the world recruiting teams and they build homes in 2 or 3 days for those who are living in shacks, many of which are on dirt floors, or the roofs will be made out of tarp, or it's mainly just like a plywood house. Okay, so YWAM, Youth with a Mission, is a Christian group that helps people find their faith and gets them involved with the missions. Basically, YWAM recruits everyone, and Homes for Hope makes the houses, supplies the material, and ensures safety. So, on the first day, the day we got there, we went to base camp and unpacked. We then ran to Costco to get toys and food for A New Dawn, an orphanage for abandoned children. We then took a 30-minute drive, passed out the toys, and played with the kids for an hour and a half. 2 hours. Okay. So right there is Paula. She kind of led the organization and supplied us with the money and gave us the ideas that we needed to get this whole line of carts, which had to be 7 to 9 carts filled with toys, food, all that stuff. So here's some pictures of the orphanage. It was one main building surrounded by a fence with a couple other run-down buildings next to it, and it was maybe housing 15 to 20 kids, and we kind of just played with them the whole day. Played soccer, unpacked the toys, we put batteries in the toys and played with them. So yeah. Okay, so the children at the orphanage were ones that other orphanages wouldn't take because of behavioral issues. A lot of the kids come from broken families, like this little girl. She fractured her shoulder because a family member mistreated her, and some of the children get confused because the parents pick them up and then months later drop them off and then pick them up again. So right there with the girl is Evan. He's a family friend who works at Google, and he's really fun and energetic, and he set up Laser X for the kids to play with and then have like a battle with them for a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. So this is the group photo of us at the top and then all the children at the orphanage. Okay, so on the second day, we actually started building the house, and that day we finished the frame and started the roof, and that way all we had to do the next day was finish painting, do the interior, and finish the roof. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it took us the whole day, the third day. Okay, so here's some info on the family. The family is a group of farmers from Oaxaca. The family has 6 people: the mom, the dad, a son, 2 daughters, and a grandson. The daughter's husband died of colon cancer 2 or 3 years ago, and it forced the daughter and the grandson to move back in with them. And they only make $4.50 a month and can barely make ends meet. They had no shower, sink, running water, proper toilet, or even a kitchen with a refrigerator. So this is the family's old house. You can see the roof was made out of some steel, some tarp, and some plywood. They only had 2 rooms, one with 2 beds and a small table. The other one was kind of like a pantry or a closet. And the floor was made out of dirt, which when it rained, it got all muddy and it was just a mess. and it was probably 10, 15 degrees hotter in there than outside. So what the house does for the family, it helps the family in 5 key ways. Number 1 is economic. Usually it would take the family 10 years to gather the money and gather the materials to actually build the house. Number 2 is education. Children who come back to a home are better learners statistically. Number 3 is health. By putting in a concrete floor, it reduces respiratory health issues and it gives them actual beds with space. Number 4 is transformed thinking. It lets them be able to think about their future without worrying and breaks the cycle of poverty. And number 5 is spiritual impact. It shows the love of God to every family and it lets them know God still loves them. Okay, so this is some pictures of us putting up the walls, and if you want to click on the video. So it was kind of a whole group. We had to put up the walls and then hold them in place for maybe 20, 30 minutes just to bang in all the nails and get it properly secured. So there was a whole line of us, and then off separately there were a whole group of us painting as fast as possible to try and get all the framework and supply painted so we didn't have to paint it when the house was actually up. So right there in the sun hat is Walter. He kind of led the whole group, and I'll talk more about him later. Okay, so unfortunately, there are a lot of stray dogs in Mexico that you have to be careful of. They might just bite you, or they can carry diseases and infect you. This dog, I think it was the family's, I wasn't too sure, but he kind of hung out with us the whole time and just sat in the shade the whole day. And that's all he did. He didn't move. So right there on the left, those are 2 members of the team that I painted with, and they were taking a water break, which we had to take 6 or 7 a day because it was so hot out there. And right here on the right is me painting, and then behind me is the mother. And what I liked was the family was like proud that they had the home because they helped us build it, paint it all throughout the day. Okay, so this is the town that the family actually lives in. This is kind of what they see from the house, and then that's the family's view from the hill that the house sits on. And we would have to take bus drives through there every day, and it was just barren. Like, there was barely anyone there, and all the houses were crumbling and cracked. Okay, so this is an assortment of pictures. Yeah, we had to take long rollers and paint the whole outside of the house, while the people on the roof put on the shingles. This picture of the people putting the shingles on the third and final day. So in the end, we gave the family a complete house to live in. They had 2 bunk beds, 2 tables, a TV, a kitchen vanity. Unfortunately, they didn't have any running water because there is no sewer infrastructure back there. So we would have to build a whole sewer line and then give them the shower, the sink, the toilet on top of that. We also finished all the painting and got to decorate the inside of the house. We gave them a fridge, an oven, and a stove because they didn't have earlier. So here is 2 pictures of one of the rooms, and the other room kind of looked the exact same, just with kind of a different layout to it. And there on the far left, that's kind of the main room, with the kitchen, the 2 tables, the TV, and there were only 3 rooms, 2 of which were bedrooms. Okay, so this is the finished house. Kind of small, but it was a lot for 2 to 3 days. What I learned from this mission, I learned that there's almost always another chance in life, no matter who you are, and there are people out there not, they will come to your aid. That's why Homes for Hope exists. And I feel like everyone should be able to experience this at least once in their lives, because it's so nice to know you helped out a family in need that was living in a shack with a dirt floor. And it shows you the reality of many people's lives. What we have and what they don't have is a huge difference, and by doing this, it brings us closer together. And I feel like there aren't enough people doing this, and more people should become aware of what conditions people are living in and should actually get involved. This is our final group picture. Probably what I think was the most important person on the trip. The guy in the bright green shirt, his name was Walter. He kind of led us through the whole trip. He made the building fun, he was energetic, and he was patient with us, even though none of us had ever built a home before. And he kind of put us all together and kind of formed a relationship with each one of